live, I'm live. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And excited to be here because I'm not going to do this live by myself, but I am, going live with my dear friend. She is coming up right now or in a second. It's always exciting whether technique works, yes or no. Oh, yeah, there she is. There she is.
Hello, hello,
Hi.
hi.
Morning. Oh, wait, I have to go back a little bit. So I'm. Hi, sweetie.
Hi,
Oh, so excited.
I can't see you. I'm not sure. Are we coming through okay?
Oh, I have no idea. I can see you. Oh,
I'm not so sure.
do other people? Oh, I see Lisa Marie is there. Lisa Marie, do you see us? We have no idea. Help. But I can see you, Jude.
They can or they
I don't
can't.
know. Nobody says anything.
Nobody says anything. Oh, okay. Well, that's video
Oh,
off. Let's put it
Lisa
back
Marie
on.
says, I see you both. Thank you. Danke, liebe.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, but it's strange that you can see me, right?
I can't see you, but as long as they can see you, I would love to see you, but I can't at the
Oh,
moment.
that's interesting. But anyways, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you want to join me today
Thank you.
because we want to talk a little bit about body tapping and Qi Gong because we talked about it many times already, but that we both love it so much and we are so, it's, well, part of our identity. But there are so many people out there who, well, are not familiar with these concepts. And as we talked earlier, I always say, our body is the perfect combination of physical and the non-physical, the metaphysical. And as we always say, as long as you take care of your non-physical, then you strengthen your physical body. And that's in one sentence what's it all about, right? And maybe important to say for people who are watching, you are a certified Qigong trainer. You did your training with John Monroe, as I told you, which is on my wish list for 3 years already. But there's going to be a day that I'm going to do this. But maybe you can explain, Jude, simply what
Wow.
Qigong.
Yeah. Sure. What is Qigong? Qigong is transformational. It's been transformational for me, I have to say. I discovered Qigong. I started to dip my toe in just a little bit before the lockdown, and then a lady who you may or may not know of, I know Dominic certainly does, called Katie Brindle, was doing lives every day. I'm a shift worker, so I wasn't able to make the lives. However, I was able to pick them up. And they were just incredible. I just felt so good every time. I think they were only about 30 minutes, not, nothing really huge, not a huge chunk of your day or anything like that. And the benefits I was getting from them, I was really surprised. I've always been a very active person, so I've done lots of sports and different things, and at the time I'd been doing quite a lot of yoga. So it's not as if I'd come from a totally sofa sedentary. I was used to being active. I was used to using my body and buzzing around. Um, so that's how it started. I think I'd read her book just before that as well, after being a bit poorly, and as you do, you're walking through the book.
Our Bible, right?
It,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
jumped.
okay.
It jumped out at me. Um, yeah. So then I started to read other books. Started to have a look at John Monroe's videos on YouTube and the Long White Cloud had gone, and decided to do my first training. And it was just phenomenal. It was just phenomenal. I mean, I understood when I'd done the training, because it is an instructor certification, it would be difficult for me to teach simply because I am a shift worker. But when I finished that training and the benefits I've got, as I said, I keep using the word transformational for the simple reason being, Qigong is about moving energy, and it gave me the most marvelous shift. And looking back, the word stagnant and stagnant energy really does encapsulate where I was before I started my Qigong journey. So, as I say, it was transformational for me. So I will just sing it from the rooftops to anybody who will listen. And I thought, I've got to get this out there. I can't just keep this for me. This is just too good. This needs to be shared. It needs to be, the word needs to be spread. So I started just to do a few lives on Instagram. So that's how I use it to put my way across. Within my own sort of friendly circle and community, I do various different things in the parks, outside and stuff like that. So I don't have a set routine or classes or workshops or anything like that. I just put it out the best I can with the time that I have. So that's my little story on it. I can tell you a little bit about, well, quite a lot about Qigong, but I don't think we have that kind of time.
Because one
Sorry,
thing
Dominique.
one thing important, just to interrupt you, as you said, you want to get this out there, and that's what we say, right? Everybody should know about this,
Yeah.
because this is something you can do. It doesn't cost money. You don't need anything. You don't have to buy anything. You can just work with your energy. And we want to get out there so more people know about it, how beneficial it is for your health, right?
Yes,
Sorry
definitely.
for you.
No, no, not at all. No, please do. No, definitely. And that is a really valid point as well, is that you do not need equipment. You do not need fancy clothing. You don't have to sit around looking all zen-like. It's just so real. It's just so authentic. You can do 5 minutes. You can do a good hour. It's entirely up to you. It doesn't matter. It's your practice. And that, again, is one of the most beautiful things about it, that you can just think, okay, I'm just going to do some Qigong while I'm making soup in the kitchen, because I do this stuff while it's on the hob and things like that. So you can incorporate it into your day like that if you're struggling with time, or you can make your own specific times to do it. But yeah, I always say to people, there is a ton of free stuff out there. Just go find yourself an instructor that you resonate with and start to learn, and then you can do it for yourself.
Exactly. And everybody who thinks, oh, okay, wow, who can I find? Well, you, for example,
Thank you.
I'll put on your Instagram account, it's Jude Arnfield _ Qi Gong,
Thank you.
because you are doing not on a specific day, but you're also, people who following you just put on the notification when you are going live, so you can join. Um, Katie Brindle still does it every Tuesday and Thursday morning, and that's how we met during lockdown, where Katie went live every morning, and just doing these 30 minutes Qigong with her. I mean, for me, this was a lifesaver. Not only, as you say, it's transformational, working with your energy, but also all the wisdom she shares. And that's also what so resonates with us, right? And
Yes. Yes.
it's, as you say, it's working with energy. I thought a lot also about body tapping, and I also did this with the idea, I know what body tapping is, so I showed them, and then there came some questions. People asking me, are you a drummer in the band? Why? Well, you have these sticks. No. Or why do you use
Love that. Love it.
And I thought, well, maybe we should explain a little bit what body tapping is. And especially now, Jude, because we are now in the transformation from winter to spring. So this month, this January, is where grounding is very important to get into spring, which energetically starts early February. And it's going to be a big year with the wood dragon coming in. So this month is really important for your body also to this grounding. And this is also you can do with the body tapping, with some Qigong moves. So maybe, you can, I'm looking here, you can use, the bamboo tapper, but you also can use just your hands or a fist, and maybe we can show them something. Or
Yeah, shall we? Shall we do? Would you like to just go through a little bit of body tapping, or would you maybe like to do a little bit of tapping and a little bit of Qigong? I'm easy either way. However, what makes you happy? Should we
both, please?
do both?
Yes.
Okay then. Let's do a
Okay.
little then, shall we?
Now I'm going to, because I have to stand up, so I will.
That's a good point. I might have to just adjust slightly. Just make sure you can see me.
Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah, I think we're good there. I think we're good. Okay. If you have a tapper, that's absolutely fine, but you most certainly do not need one. You can use just the palm of your hand, or you can use just a very loosely clenched fist. And how we'll start is we will work following our meridian pathway. So that's how our energy channels flow. So just very gentle, tapping in the back of the kidneys. Nice and soft, nothing too hard, just a gentle, loose fist. And then either, or with your tapper, obviously, if you're using a tapper. I'm not going to use a tapper because I find they come across really noisy and then you just can't hear.
And we don't.
And then with a loose fist or the palm of your hand or your tapper, just tap down the sides of the body. The sides of the thighs and the legs, just the outer area, and then tapping around through the torso, down the inside, the soft surface of your arm, down into the palm, and then up the back of your arm, across your shoulder. So again, tapping with your hand, your fist, or your tapper. And just across you go. Over the neck, over the face, over the head, and then back to the kidneys. So we're coming down our gallbladder channels, down the outside, around the feet, and then up through the inside, through the torso, the chest, down the inside, up, back, across the chest, and down. And you can do this just as a little wakey upper, a little livener, just to start to get everything moving. I mean, with tapping, it really does sort of, it directs your energy inwards into the muscles. But then equally, if you've really activated your energy, it's a great way to use as a cool down, to settle things down and distribute the energy that you've been working with. We'll go around one more time. So even if you're feeling like, oh, I can't really do a full Qigong session, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wake my energy up. So it's very, very simple, and I find more and more through life, sometimes the most simple things are the most beneficial for us. Okay. And just give your kidneys a lovely squeeze. As Dominique said, we're in the winter season at the moment, so everything is contracting, becoming still, becoming grounding, coming down to its lowest point. And we need to follow nature if we can. If you know, when you're out walking, whatever you're doing, if you just start to observe, you'll see that it will guide you. It'll tell you where you need to go. Okay. What you can do now, again, is just start giving the body a little shake. Just very simple, very easy. Again, and getting everything moving, waking everything up. And a great way to just start getting rid of any rubbish that you might be holding on to in your body. You'll find as we work with Qigong that you, sorry, I can't see very well without my glasses, so I hope you're not asking any questions. But what we do is we stimulate the organ, and in doing that, it changes our posture, which then changes our emotions. So this is how we get all the wonderful positive benefits from that. And just some very soft little drops. Not hard, especially if you're on a hard surface, but I mean, they're just very little low. You can have a little shake as you do it, and just getting rid of any old rubbish you might be hanging on to. Just sending everything down into the earth. Grounding, loosening, just letting everything go. Easing everything up. Nice and soft, nice and gentle. Letting go of any tension in your body. Okay. Now just have a little posture check. So if you have your feet shoulder distance apart, lengthen up through the spine, through the neck, the head faces forward, chest. So we've got a nice open heart, and our arms are relaxed by our sides, and just softly sink your knee. Now in this nice neutral posture, it allows that energy to be able to flow through all our joints. We've got no restrictions, we're not tucked up or tightened up anywhere. Just give yourself a moment here and breathe down into the lower abdomen, which is our lower dantian. Nice deep belly breath. I'm going to use my hands as a visual. So if you have yours just nice and neutrally loose by your sides, so just inhale deep down into the dantian. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale. Deeply, deeply relax. So as you do this on the inhale, you can softly, softly lengthen up through your body. And on the exhale, just very softly, softly sink in. Very, very gentle, very soft, allowing your energy to flow throughout. And with each breath, that abdomen area becomes larger. So as you start to breathe through the whole of your body. And again, so it becomes larger, breathing in through the whole of your torso down. Nice, smooth, flowing breath. Again, breathing into the whole of your body. You're expanding your energy awareness throughout your body and slightly beyond. It's called whole body breathing. It's a lovely practice. Inhale, breathing into the whole of your body and slightly beyond your body. So if you continue, you're thinking about breathing just outside, beyond the skin. So you breathe through your skin and directing it slightly beyond. And start to really connect, to have that awareness. It's deeply grounded through your feet, through the heel drops, through the shape. You're stable and strong there, fully supported and allowing you to give yourself this time and attention. Okay. Now just softly lift the hands, lifting up. And as you come down, just soften your knees. Inhale, coming up. And softly. So it is like the most beautiful wave. And it's the pressure that you raise through your feet, through your neck, through your torso, up to your shoulders. And then the energy washes down. So as you start to engage your senses, have that awareness, you may well be able to start to feel your energy, feel the change of pressure, change of forces as they go through. And exhale. Completely soft, completely smooth. Again, thinking of water, thinking of winter, maybe in your mind's eye, just have that feeling. You slowly run your hand through water, maybe a river, standing in the ocean, just very gentle. So there's a slight resistance, that's the pressure rising, and then it smoothly flows throughout. Just do a couple more. Again, tune in. But remember, it's a practice. So if you don't feel your energy at the moment, it doesn't matter. It will come. Try not to chase it. Just work with it. Soft, smooth, beautiful wave flowing through. Just tapping into that awareness, paying attention to your body. Last one. So we'll come down and we'll just do one more. Inhale, coming up. Now again, whole body breathing, breathing in. Have your hands remain by your sides and exhale. You've got that lovely smooth energy flowing through you now. And you're breathing into the whole of our bodies and slightly beyond, like a balloon. And having that soft, gentle awareness, not forcing, not chasing, just trusting it'll come. You may feel sensations of heat, cool, a little bit fuzzy. You may feel them stronger more in one part of your body and not the other. And that's absolutely fine. Either way is fine. So just inhale, expanding with your breath. Okay, now if you place your thumb in your belly button, have your hand come down, opposite hand comes over. This is the area called our lower dantian. It's one of our main energy storages in the body, and it is this most beautiful globe of energy that sits deeply within our center. We're just going to draw our energy now back to this area with our breath. And then exhale, drawing our energy back to the center area, to our lower dantian. One of the main energy sources. So all that beautiful energy that we've worked with this morning, we can now hold it there, and it will come to us. We'll use it as we need. Inhaling. Inhale. Okay, your hands just loosely by your sides. Now just have a little run through. Close your eyes maybe if you're comfortable to, if you're happy to. Just have a feel around. How different does it feel? Does it feel nice? Can you feel the soft smoothness of your energy flowing throughout? Can you feel the groundedness through your feet? And you can just give yourself these little moments throughout the day, whether it's a tap, a shake, dantian, or even just standing in a nice neutral stance, allowing your energy to flow through. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. A little taster for you. I hope that was okay.
Okay. This, just doing this, just even if you only take a few minutes to do this breathing,
Yeah.
it's right away, if you're have a stressful day or lots of things are going on, just to calm your system.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Breathing is
Yes.
number one healing technique. And especially there's so many people out there running around feeling stressed. Take a few moments a day just to breathe. It
Yeah,
takes
that's
that, it is it can be so easy and it's so beneficial
mhm.
to
As I said, I'm finding that some of the most simple things in life are the most beneficial. And yeah, I will often do this when I'm cooking. It could be breathing. I'm notorious for doing, if I have to stand anywhere, if you put me in a queue, I'll start body breathing or Dantian meditation. I'll just naturally flow into these things now without even giving it a thought. As I said, sometimes when I'm cooking, maybe there's a little bit of health and safety here, but things are on the hob, I'm on the other side of the kitchen, and I will start to move and just do some Qigong. And as I was saying, you don't need fancy equipment, clothing, and you can just pick it up and put it down absolutely anywhere. So if you're having a bit of a stressful time and you need to take those moments, whole body breathing is lovely, because once you start to, as I often say to people with these things, I've meditated for many years. Once you learn to flick that switch, you can do it pretty quick, really quick,
that's
despite what's going on
but
around you. So you really can be calm in the center of the storm. You can just let the whole thing go on around you. And it's a practice. You have to learn how to develop that. So it takes a little bit of time. Maybe you'll take to it like a duck to water. Maybe it'll take you a little bit longer. But all of these can help us with our busy and stressful lifestyles. And as well, with this, you're boosting your immunity. There's a whole list of benefits that come with it. And your breath work will naturally feed into your Qigong practice as well. So it will enhance.
that's the thing, as you say, maybe in the beginning it needs a little bit of practice, but the thing is, if you start doing this, and it's all about awareness,
Yeah.
uh, everything is about awareness and consciousness, but it's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym once, well, the next day you will probably be sore, and you go, next month or next week again.
Mm-hmm.
It takes
Yeah.
time, but if you go every day, things happen. There is this rule set in your body who responds of that response. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to do something for you, even if you do not. Maybe it takes a little bit of practice, but you are going to feel the energy. As you say, in the beginning, you maybe think, well, I don't know, but it is there. Only because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. Definitely,
That's
definitely. One of the ladies here said, I'm in the kitchen cooking with my kids at the moment. This is an experience with you." I think maybe the children can join in too.
yeah. I mean, wouldn't we have been really happy if we learned about this when we were kids?
I say all the time, this needs to be in schools. This needs to be in schools, even for society. This could make such a difference to people.
Especially,
Because you become less reactive as well. Again, I can say that hand on heart. You become less reactive, and you become less seduced to what's going on around you as well. So you're not constantly being drawn in by these things.
and the thing is, the more you focus on your inner world, your outer world is going to change.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah, for sure.
and maybe one thing what I found very helpful is if you are busy, 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 stress, how to you start breathing, but you're still, these monkeys in your mind
Yeah.
shouting, making lots of noise. How do you get out of your mind? And what's I think a really nice practice is if you start breathing, you breathe in, try to feel your heart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
and if you can feel your heart anywhere, in your ears, in your hands, in your wrists, and maybe just on the place where your heart is. But
Mm-hmm.
the start feeling your heart, you are out of your head.
Yes. Yeah. You're taking your attention from your head into your body. And again, tapping, do tapping. If tapping on the surface, again, you're bringing your attention, you're bringing your awareness down into your body. And by doing that, you're stimulating your energy, you're stimulating your blood circulation, you're drawing it into your muscles and your bones. You can also smooth down, just work your way around just by smoothly, softly, softly massaging. Again, this is very good at blood circulation, or if you've activated your energy and need to bring things down a bit. The other way is to take your hand away from your body and just guide and feel your energy. And this actually penetrates quite deep. It will go down into your bones. So it's incredibly nourishing practice. I mean, to be truthful, with tapping in my own personal practice, I regularly work with all three, at the same time, but you one after the other. But again, that's a great experience. So even if you use that to just calm you down again, to bring yourself out of your head, and then you could go into breathing and the awareness. I mean, sometimes if your head is really busy, the worst thing to do is close your eyes, but you've got to find what works for you.
That's it. Absolutely it. And yeah, we both think like everybody, please give it a try. Just give it a try. It's, and as you say, it goes into the bones. Doing Qigong, it's bones. And if as we get older, this is a thing, especially for us women, it's important, right? And how easy is this to support your bone health, among others? By doing this, you support everything. And you don't have to know the meridians exactly are. As long as you do this, you cover them all anyway. Right?
You're stimulating the bones, but by putting that vibration through it, whether it's with the tap or with your hand, you're stimulating bones with the heel drops. So you're stimulating the stem cells in your body and your bones. So again, that's where it's really beneficial for your immunity and your health. I mean, as I think I mentioned that as you work with Qigong, you working, you're changing your posture, and that then has a big effect on your emotions, because we hold tension in our bodies. We all know we do. And that's often why especially when I teach, I will say to people, just have this body scan, have this awareness, see what you can feel. Where are you holding your tension? Because different organs relate to different emotions. So then you can start to work with it. You know where you're at, rather than just feeling frazzled. Anger is stored in the liver. So you can do Qigong practices to work with the liver, to work with the liver meridian. They're very simple. They're not difficult to find. I do some of my classes, and as I say, there's a ton of free stuff out there. I mean, the live classes I do, I then always place up on the grid, so you can pick them up at any time. And they're only short, they're only half an hour. But again, you might think, okay, I'm a bit angry, I'm a bit frustrated, so maybe I need to put some work into the opposite of that. And the opposite of that would be compassion. So that might be that you need to spend a bit of time helping others, if you can. It might just be in very small ways. It doesn't mean you've got to go and spend your rest day working for charity. If you can, great, if you're happy to. But it might just be small little acts of kindness that you bring into your day, which is the opposite of that anger and frustration. So if you're aware of where you're holding these tensions in your body, and as you become more and more aware of your energy, you will find where areas are not flowing quite so well. So again, it's a constant, call it barometer of guidance of where to go with that.
That's as beautiful said, Jude. As you say, I mean, if you feel this anger, don't try to change it, but focus on the opposite. And compassion, for example, how about compassion for yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Self.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And self.
We're so busy giving our time to everybody else. Yeah, a good point. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think self-care is so important, and especially, I think this year, and we are at the beginning of the year, and lots of people are starting with these intentions and beating themselves up. I have to lose weight. I have to go to the gym. I have to do this. I have to do that. All this willpower coming from your kidneys. Gentle and kind to yourself, and start doing this from the heart, and just be easy on yourself. Be kind. Start loving yourself. All this self-talks, it's so destructive, and that's, as you say, with Qigong, if you know where the emotions are, as you know, anger is in the liver, fear is in the kidneys, for example, grief in your lungs. Being aware of that, then you can choose the other emotion, to focus on that, to choose something else, not wallow in your bad emotion or your negative emotions, which, you know, that, and the thing is, oh, these emotions, they are heavy,
Yes.
right? Because
Yeah.
frequencies are very low. Do you say low? So this becomes better. So you feel heavy. Your body feels heavy. The moment you can transform this, you start to feel lighter and your vibrations go up. Your,
Yeah, definitely.
oh, it's so beautiful. We could talk hours about it. Maybe we should live
Yeah.
more often,
I'm
especially.
really sorry, Dominique, you're breaking up a little there.
Oh, okay. But Jude, when is your next live? Do you know?
My next live, I may be able to do one over the weekend. As I say, I do drop them in randomly now, but I will be doing one at Monday morning at 9:30.
Okay, so we put in. I'll maybe you can put in the chat
I, I,
your account, and I'll
yeah.
put in the caption also for people who want to follow you. I absolutely say
Oh,
please
thank you.
follow Jude because it's lovely and you are so gentle, so peaceful. And just like doing this very short exercise, I right away I feel like, oh, there comes this serenity, this feeling of almost this bliss feeling,
Oh, yeah.
right? And
Yeah, I'm a bit of a bliss junkie in a positive way.
yeah, and you know, bliss is very high up the atlas of awareness. That's what bliss is about. Then you're about to leave this world, so we don't want to be too much yet.
No, but I mean, if you think of it, if you think of bliss, happiness, all of these things, just like anger, if you're angry, it comes out, doesn't it? You're sending it out. If you've managed to like calm yourself down and you're blissed out, then you send out those bliss feelings. And I often say that to people, your emotions will radiate out from you. And they do. And things reflect back. If you go up to somebody with a real pig ass attitude, you're going to get a pig ass attitude come straight back at you, aren't you? Where if you go up to somebody in a calm, serene manner, happy, pleasant, 9 times out of 10 it will come straight back at you.
Absolutely.
And you can look at that on a bigger level as well. I mean, one, it will make a difference to your day. It will also make an incredible difference to somebody else.
Absolutely. That's why mastering your emotions is so important. Because and I mean, the universe doesn't speak English, doesn't speak Dutch, French, whatever. The universe speaks feeling. That's what your emotions are. And if you're feeling angry, I mean, that's what you're sending out, but it's also what you're attracting. And you get the evidence in your outer world from that, just as you say. And it's so easy and it's very complicated at the same time. But mastering emotions really is a thing to work on. Maybe that would be a nice intention this year, without beating yourself up, but just being aware what being aware of your thoughts about the words you speak, you know? It's all about awareness.
It is, and it's not wrong to be angry. It's not wrong to be sad. You know, you can't be up there all the time. That's just not natural.
No.
You know, there's got to be these peaks and troughs with it. That's just life. We all have stuff we have to deal with, and it can be incredibly challenging at times. But you know, again, don't beat yourself up for being angry. But if you can, just take stock. Whether that's a bit of tapping, a bit of breathing, and then think about how you can look at it from the other. As I said, you say fear, do the opposite. If it's sadness, think about joy. And anger, think about compassion.
Yeah. And that's also why
Drop them
I
in.
posted about my journal of gratitude. And I think also that is so helpful. Like writing down every teeny little thing you're grateful for. I mean, I'm grateful for the infinite of oxygen that's out there for me to breathe. And writing down these little things, especially in the moments where you maybe feel not so jolly, read in your journal and remember all these small little things that you can be grateful for. I'm using.
I mean, sorry, carry on.
No, just say go.
I was just going to say it's perspective, because when we get caught up with these emotions, the negative emotions as well, you become very focused and you become very self-absorbed. So again, I always say, if you can just step back and take stock and then just look around, and then, as you say, and see that you're grateful that you have food on your table, you have clothing, you have a roof over your head. A lot of people don't. You know, it can come down to your own physical abilities, that you can physically move, that you have your sight, that you have your speech. There's so many things. It sounds a little bit. I remember years ago, it's my nan. She always used to say, "There's always someone worse off," and it's true.
It is. And it sounds maybe cheesy, but it is true. And gratitude is one of the highest vibrations.
Mm,
Go ahead, think about what you're grateful for.
yeah.
It's just, it can be transformative.
Mm,
It really
mm,
can. Absolutely.
yeah.
We have to, this is going to be a sequel. Um,
Part two.
I would just say thank you so much. I really love this. I love doing this little practice together, and I think we're going to do this more often
Yeah.
because I like it. Hopefully, there are other people out there who like it. If not, I like it, and we're going to do it. Just the two of us. I don't care.
Sure.
I just thank you. I give you a big virtual hug, and say thank you for everybody who was there. And go follow Jude. Go do her lives. And we see each other really quick soon. I don't know. We'll get
Soon.
paid because this one took quite some while.
It
Thank you.
is. It did, but there was a little blip in the middle, and Christmas as well. So yeah, it won't be. It's not going to be so difficult now. It's not going. And thank you so much for asking me. It's really kind and it's been really wonderful. And thank you for everybody who's joined. It's been a pleasure to be with you this morning.
Thank you. Sweetie, big kiss and see you soon. Have a lovely weekend.
And you take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.